All right. Good morning, my early morning warriors. Yay. I made myself a mocha today. It's pretty tasty. Awesome. Whew. All right. So today, we are going to focus a little extra on balance, poses, lots of strength, and we just might be able to finish the forest flow today. So if we've done sort of the opening of the forest flow down on the floor, and there's a whole nother part of it that involves standing up and balancing. So we're going to work that part of it today. We might be able to get to the transition. We'll see what happens. But for sure, we're going to work the balancing portion of it. So yeah. So grab your mat, start your music, and let's get to it. Alrighty. Find your seated position, whatever is looking like for you today. Get out the wiggles, and whenever you're ready, just close your eyes and start focusing in on those nice deep breaths in and out through your nose. And don't worry yet about doing anything with your breath. Just breathe and notice what moves. Bring your attention to your inhale. Slow down. You can do the Ujjayi breath if you like. Take your time and fill your lungs. Let's get a little more room. On your next inhale, reach your arms up over your head. Lift your ribs away from your hips. Nice deep breath in. Staying tall. Exhale, hands back in your lap. And take another deep breath in. Reach up, lift up, get tall. And exhale. Hands back in your lap. open your eyes. Now let's take those deep breaths and move them around. Nice deep breath in, reach up, lift up, get tall. Exhale, bow forward. Just coming as far forward as you feel comfortable. And if it feels good, you can release the muscles in your neck, let your head just hang. And focus on breathing across your back. Let your back widen as you inhale. And inhale up, reach up, lift up, get tall, stay tall, exhale and twist. Just a gentle twist. Taking those deep breaths right into the center of your body, feel your abdomen expand. Inhale up, reach up, lift up, get tall, stay tall, and twist the other way. And inhale up, reach up, lift up, get tall. Exhale over to one side. Rolling your top shoulder back, top arm reaches over, breathing right into your rib cage. Keep reaching, keep breathing. Rolling that shoulder down towards the floor. Feel that stretch. Move into your back and let your breath follow it. Inhale up, reach up, lift up, get tall, exhale, other side. Top shoulder rolls back, top arm reaches over. Expanding your rib cage up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Keep taking those deep breaths. Roll your shoulder down towards the floor. Keep reaching. Ooh, feel that stretch move into your back and let those deep breaths follow. Inhale up. Exhale, reach forward and round back, separating your shoulder blades, tucking your chin. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Inhale, arms reach up. Lift up, get tall. And exhale, hands back into your lap. Close your eyes, take a couple more deep breaths. And this time, let everything expand. All right, go ahead and open your eyes. Man, that already feels better. Come on up to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and when you're putting your hands down, go fingertips first, then that first big set of knuckles, then your palms, balancing your weight a little more evenly. And if your wrists are talking to you today, you can move your hands a little forward or balance yourself up on your knuckles. Whatever's working for you today. We're going to start with our extreme exhale. Balance, a lot of the time, is going to come from the very center of your body. It's going to come from your core. So we want to make sure to wake it up and make it strong. So if you already know what you're doing with your extreme exhale, go ahead and get started. Otherwise, I'm going to talk you through it. So you start with a big forceful exhale. And then you resist the temptation to inhale. You just keep pushing out those last little shreds of air. Just keep going. Keep pushing until you're emptying your lungs. P.S. You can't actually empty your lungs. Just keep pushing. You're going to be fine until you just can't push anymore. And then relax. And you're going to take a nice deep breath in. We're all working at our own pace on this one. So go ahead and just keep that going. We're doing a bunch of these in a row. Everyone do one more. And then when you're done, sit back. Let's take a little wrist break. Just gently interlace your fingers and do some little circles. All right, come on back up to all fours. And we're going to get right into cat and cow. Let's take a nice deep breath in. Retract and depress your shoulders. Tilt your hips. Scoop your chest. Look up. And then exhale, protract and elevate your shoulders. Tuck your tailbone. Tuck your chin. Inhale, retract, depress, tilt, look up. Exhale, protract, elevate, tuck and round. Keep that going at your own pace. Couple more deep breaths. And then when you're ready, exhale into neutral spine. Alrighty, let's take another little wrist break, and then we're going to get into our spinal balance. Alright. So first things first, let's reach that right leg back. Toes just rest on the floor. You want to really engage your quads. Make that leg long and strong. Shift your weight over into that right arm. Slight protraction through the shoulder. You want to push the floor away, get some space here. And then reach that left arm forward, right at shoulder level. Find your balance and lift that right leg up. Now check in. Your right hip should still be pointed at the floor. Your right knee should still be pointed at the floor. So we're not opening out this way. Keeping those hips even. Reaching those toes back. Take a nice deep breath in, get a little longer, fingers and toes reaching in opposite directions, and then exhale, and you're going to curl, elbow towards knee. Focus on stability first, then we'll go for depth. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. You can start going a little deeper with this curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Just a couple more. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach and hold it. Breathing deeply. Reaching, stretching in opposite directions, and then bring it all back down. Alright, shifting over to your right knee. Reach that left leg back. Toes resting on the floor to start. Quads engaged, nice and strong. Make that leg long. Shifting over into your left arm. Push the floor away a little bit. A little shoulder work. Right arm reaches forward. Right by your bicep, by your ear. And then find your balance and lift that left leg up. Same thing here. Hips stay square. Knee is pointed down at the floor. Take a nice deep breath in, reach, exhale, curl. Just going as deep as you feel comfortable in this. Inhale, reach, exhale, curl. Inhale, reach, exhale, curl. Inhale, reach, exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Just a couple more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Last one. Exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Hold it. Breathing deeply, reaching and stretching, and then bring it down. All right. Sit back, take a little wrist break. plant your hands. We're going to get ourselves back in that down dog. Turn your toes under. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull your hips up and back. Pressing your chest back towards your knees. Shoulders are retracted, squeezing together just a little bit, and elevated, lengthening. Let's start by walking this dog, pressing one heel down, pulling the other knee in. Leave your hips square, so we're really focusing the stretch on calves and hamstrings. And then we can start to move those hips up and down, side to side, feeling that stretch move around, getting those joints moving. And if you find a spot that could use a little extra attention, feel free to hang out there for a second. Hang out, take a couple breaths, see if you can deepen that stretch, whatever you like. And then bend both knees evenly, coming up onto the balls of your feet. Scoop your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Keep that scoop as you start to press your knees back and your heels down. Just going as far as you can while feeling that scoop. Just giving a little extra love to those hamstrings. Walk your feet up to your hands. Take a nice deep breath in, come all the way up. Reach up at the top. Ooh, exhale. Mountain pose. Feet can be together or hip distance or anywhere in between. Take a second to balance your weight evenly. Front to back, side to side. Focus in on those deep breaths. As you inhale, imagine you're breathing in up the front of your body. You're lifting up on your quads. Belly button goes in and up. Sternum lifts up. Crown of your head lifts up. As you exhale, you're breathing out down the back of your body. Shoulders back and down. Tailbone points down towards the floor. Take a nice deep breath in, reach up, lift up, get tall. And exhale, right back down, mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Adding on, inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Hinge at your hips. Let your knees bend as much as you need to find that forward fold. Stomach to thighs, chest to knees. And then tuck your chin in, cheeks towards your shins. Crown of your head reaching down towards the tops of your feet. On your next inhale, come into a half lift. Long spine. Tailbone reaches back, crown of your head reaches forward. And then exhale back down into your forward fold, tucking everything in. Bend your knees as much as you need to get that long flat back. Inhale and reverse swan dive all the way up. Reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. hinge at your hips, bend your knees, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, coming all the way back up. Reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain. Inhale up. Exhale down. And remember, your forward fold can also be here. Inhale, half lift. It can also be here. Exhale, forward fold. And bend your knees, get that long flat back, and reverse swan dive all the way back up. Reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain. Let's do it one more time, then we'll add on. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up at the top. And exhale, mountain. Alrighty, we're going to add on the vinyasa. A lot of core strength, a lot of upper body strength. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Nice deep breath in. Hands come down right under your shoulders. Step it back into plank. Let's hold it here for a second. Slight protraction between your shoulder blades so you're not collapsing down. And then tuck ribs and hips together as if you're trying to flatten out that curve in your lower back. Take a nice deep breath in and then exhale and lower down, chaturanga. Elbows straight back, chest and chin hover above the floor. And then inhale, scooping forward and up into up dog. Shoulders are back and down. Turn your toes under, and as you exhale, push and pull back into down dog. Inhale, back into plank. You can always do this one on your knees. Exhale, chaturanga. Same thing here on your knees. Inhale, you can do baby cobra if you like, leaving your rib cage on the floor. And then exhale, and you can do child pose. Great option. All of those are easier on wrists, elbows, shoulders, and lower back. So take them if you need them. Inhale back into plank. On your knees or on your toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Knees or toes. Inhale, scoop it up. Up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, push and pull back. Down dog or child pose. Inhale, feet to hands. Half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and reverse swan dive. All the way back up. Reach up at the top. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, big deep breath. Hands down, step back plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog or child pose. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Reach up at the top. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, half lift. Big deep breath. Hands down, step back plank. Both your vinyasa. Inhale, feet to hands, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up, reach up at the top. Exhale, mountain. Let's do it 2 more times. Go at your own pace. When you're done, just coming back into that mountain pose. All right. So we worked our balance front to back. Now we're going to work it side to side with Ardha Chandrasana. So start with your feet either together or hip distance. That's 2 fists side by side between those big toe knuckles. This distance, this hip distance, will be a little easier on the balance. So if you want to start there and then maybe bring your feet together, you can do that too. Let's see. Oh, I gotta kind of pick a side here with these beams. All right, so the grip for Ardha Chandrasana, because my hands are going to be up in the rafters, you won't be able to see. You're going to interlace your knuckles, or interlace your fingers. It's like a knuckle lock grip, very, very tight, nice big squeeze, bringing the heels of your hands together. You're going to release your index fingers and cross your thumbs. And this grip is part of it. Remember the tourniquet poses that we've done before? This is like creating a tourniquet for every single one of your fingers. It's like a little hand massage. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in, reach up, interlace your fingers, palms together. I have no hands. Releasing your index fingers, crossing your thumbs. Now check in with those shoulders, because it's really easy once those arms to get up to kind of collapse down. So retract and depress your shoulders so that your sternum can lift up. You're pulling your biceps behind your ears. Now if you need to bend your elbows to be able to do that, that's perfectly fine. As things loosen up and open up, you'll be able to extend those arms up. Shoulders are still back and down. Chest is lifting up nice and tall. Lift up on your quads. Squeeze your glutes, tuck your tailbone under, and your hips are going to go forward ever so slightly. But I'm not here. It's there. So it's different than just kind of sinking into that lower back. Really turn on your glutes and push those hips forward and lift your sternum up. Take a nice deep breath in, get your ribs away from your hips, and then you're going to push your hips to one side and let your upper body drop to the other. And then inhale, back up to center, get nice and tall. Exhale, push your hips in the other direction. Upper body drops over. Inhale to center, hips go first. And this, just keep going side to side, always inhaling up to center, always exhaling over to the side, and your hips always move first in this. So that we're moving, creating this half moon, Ardha Chandrasana, this half moon that goes from your feet all the way down the side of your, all the way up the side of your body to your hands. So we're not breaking it in the middle. Hips go first. And as you get comfortable with this side to side, you can go a little deeper. And if you want a little extra stretch, you can use that bottom arm to pull your top arm over. Ooh, that's special. Couple things to watch out for. You want to keep your chest and your hips square to the front. So sometimes when we try to go over a little too far, that top shoulder kind of falls forward. You want to keep your chest open. Keep those deep breaths going and kind of feel how your feet are compensating for this shift in balance. Couple more deep breaths. Remember which side you started on. And even yourself out. And when you're done, come back to center. And you can release those arms down and shake them out. Because that's a big shoulder workout too. Now shake out those arms. Because we're going to do that same position for your hands for balancing stick. So now we start getting into balancing on one leg. So we're going to start with a very shallow balancing stick, I guess. Your ultimate goal is to make your whole body parallel to the floor in a capital letter T. But some days your capital letter T looks more like this, and that's okay. So let's get that grip first. Nice deep breath in, reach up, interlace your fingers, same exact grip you just had. Shoulders are back and down, chest is lifted up tall. Only this time, we're going to take a step forward on that right foot. And shift your balance forward into the ball of your right foot. You should always be able to float that heel up off the floor. And then de-weight that left. Just let your toes rest on the floor. Reach your fingers up, reach those toes back. Now this might be your balancing stick with your toes resting on the floor. That is perfectly fine. Your right leg is super strong. Quads are engaged. You're pulling up on those quads. You're squeezing through your glutes, and then we're just going to hinge around that right hip. Lift your left leg up and let your upper body start to come down. Just go real small today. Especially to start out, just real small. Reaching your toes back, reaching your fingers up. And then step that left foot back. Right foot comes back to join it. And we're going to step your left foot forward. Just keep your arms there. Little shoulder workout. Find your balance on that left foot. Your heel should be able to float up off the floor. Your quads are lifting up. Glutes are squeezing. And then just de-weight that right foot. Point your toes back. Make that leg long. Just like spinal balance, only more so. Inhale and lengthen, and then start to lift that right leg up and let your upper body tip forward. Just a tiny bit. Just doing a real small one. There are a couple things I want you to notice. And then step your feet back together. Let's take a little break. Arms come down. All right. So you could probably feel how hard that standing leg is working. But it's not just the standing leg. As you start to tip forward, you're going to start to feel that in the hamstring of your standing leg. You're going to obviously feel that in your shoulders. And you probably felt like as you went forward, your arms really wanted to come down. There's a lot of strength in your upper back, holding those arms in that same spot. So you want to keep your biceps behind your ears. That's one of the things. One of the other things is that as you tip forward, if you've got tight hamstrings or your back is tight or your hips are tight or anything like that, as you come forward, you're going to want to open out that hip of your back leg, but don't. You got to think of squeezing that thigh in towards the thigh of your standing leg and keep your hips square. So it might mean you can't go down as far, and that is absolutely okay. Remember, when you keep yourself in the right position, hips square and shoulders back and down, you are getting stronger, even if your capital letter T is here today. It's absolutely okay. Let's try it again. Deep breath in, reach up, get that grip, nice and strong, pulling your biceps behind your ears, nice firm grip with your hands. And then step forward on that right leg. Shift your weight into the ball of your right foot. Reaching that left leg back, toes reaching back, quads are engaged. And then squeeze that left thigh in towards your right. And keep your hips square, shoulders back and down. Take a nice deep breath, lengthen, exhale, and start to lift that left leg, letting your upper body drop down. And just go down as far as you are feeling comfortable. This is my letter T today. And it is all good as long as you've got that beautiful long line, fingers and toes reaching in opposite directions, left thigh squeezing in towards your right. You are getting every bit of the strength out of this posture. And then step that left foot back, right foot comes back to join it. Here we go, left side, step forward. Right leg reaches back, find your balance on that left leg, lifting up on your quads, and then de-weight that right. Lengthen on an inhale, fingers and toes reaching in opposite directions, and then start to pick up that right leg, reaching it back. Let yourself hinge right around that left hip, coming down just as far as you're feeling it today. It is all good. Reaching and stretching in opposite directions, squeezing your right thigh in towards your left, long lines everywhere, and then step that right foot back. Left foot comes down to join it, arms come back down. Whew. Big posture. There's a lot going on in that one. All right. Next. So you probably feel your back was working in this one. We're going to get just a little bit of a stretch for your back because our next balance is going to have our leg out in front. So for this one, let's get those toes and ankles touching and start out by really lifting up on your quads. Squeezing through your glutes. We're creating a firm, strong base with those legs. Your belly button goes in and up. Ribs away from hips. Nice bit of space. And then shift your weight over into that left leg. Now remember, you want to be able to float that left heel. If you sink into your heel, you're also sinking into your ankle and your knee and your hip. And you suddenly lose a lot of the mobility in your balance. And balance, remember, it's all about motion. It's all about dancing. So find that balance on the ball of your left foot, and then you're going to pick up your right knee and grab a hold. And as you grab that knee, keep your balance on the ball of your left foot. That keeps it dynamic. And as much as you can, you want to stay tall. So if you can't get to that knee without rounding and hunching through your back, then maybe this is your posture. Let that knee stay low. Perfectly fine. You're still getting the balance, you're still getting the strength of that standing leg, and you're starting to strengthen your hip flexors and quads on that right leg. Bring it down. Let's shift that balance over to the right side. Bouncing on the ball of your foot, lifting up in your quads, squeezing through your glutes, ribs away from hips, and then de-weight that left leg and pick it up. Interlace your fingers right around your kneecap if that's feeling good. And your arms are just kind of along for the ride on this one. Your grip is what is holding up that leg. Your leg is relaxed even. This one, just hanging out. It's along for the ride. It's that standing leg that's doing all the work. And then release it down and give everything a little shake. I'm going to show you another step to this one. And that is to grab your foot. And we're going to do it with one hand. So shift over, first things first, shifting over to that left leg. Nice strong left leg. And go ahead and pick up your knee. Pick up that right knee. Now, if you can pretty comfortably grab that knee and stay tall through your upper body, then use those strong arms. You're going to pull that knee in closer so that you can reach your right hand down and grab a hold of your foot. Now, if you start to round or this bothers your back, don't worry about it. Just come right here, right back to here. It is all good because you will feel this in your hip flexors when you pull that leg up closer. And if your back is feeling tight, you will definitely feel it in your back. So do what's working for you today. And then release that leg down, shake it out, and let's shift over to that right foot. Find your balance, lift up on your quads, squeeze through your glutes, strong core, de-weight that left leg and pick it up. Start with that interlaced grip. And if that's feeling pretty good, and you still feel pretty tall, shoulders over hips, use those strong arms to help pull that knee in closer. Reach down, grab a hold with your hand from the outside. Staying tall, staying lifted on the standing side. And then release it down and shake it out. Woo! All right, now we're going to take those legs back, one at a time. Shifting over. Shift over to the left. Same standing position. Same quads nice and strong. Glutes nice and strong. Still lifting ribs away from hips. Only we're going to take that right leg back. And we're going to grab from the outside. Knees come back together. That right shoulder, instead of hunching forward, let it roll back and down. You feel a nice stretch. Take a nice deep breath in and reach your left arm all the way up. And then we're going to just start a little kick, just a little kick, just getting a little space between your butt and your heel. Now feel your weight still balanced on the ball of your foot. And then release that down. And let's shift over to the right. Find that balance. Reach back. Let's pick up that left foot. Knees together. Feel a nice stretch to your quads. A little into your hip flexors. And let that left shoulder just roll back. Reach your right arm up. Nice and tall. If I wanted to, I could cheat and grab a hold of my rafters. And then let's just get a little extra space, just a little kick. Just pressing that foot back into your hand. Just a little extra if you want. And then release it down. Ooh. Now, if you've done yoga before, you probably recognized that as standing bow, and there are lots more places you can take that posture. We're just going super simple first couple of steps today. Don't worry. We'll get to all the big stuff. Next, we're going to get into a tree pose. So for this one, you've got a couple of options. First, let's find that balance on your standing leg, left leg. Lift up on your quads, squeeze through your glutes. That is always the same. Belly button in and up, ribs away from hips, always the same. Find that balance on that standing foot, and you can just pick up that right foot and press it just into your your ankle, just above your ankle, and you want to let that knee go out. Now, if that's feeling pretty okay, you can pick up that right foot and press it into your thigh. You never want to press it into your knee, so it's either below or above. And so this is another option, and if you like this one, you can bring your hands into prayer, but you really want to squeeze through your glutes, because what can happen is a little bimbo butt. So squeeze your butt, tuck that tailbone under, especially as that right foot starts to come up. Final option, keep standing there balancing. Final option is to pick up that right foot with your left hand, and it's just a slightly different position. Big stretch for the knee. So listen to your body on this one. Big stretch for your knee, big stretch for your ankle. So if that's too intense, then just stick with one of the others. If you're in this position, you would just have one hand in prayer. So you got some options with your tree. Go with your tree, whatever tree is working for you today. And then let's shake it out and we'll do the other side. Now that that standing leg has gotten a nice workout, shift over to the right. Find that same spot, ball of the foot, lift up on your quad, squeeze through your glutes, lift ribs away from hips. And you've got those options. Above your ankle, knee out, really squeeze through your glutes to help open up those hips. You're gonna bring that foot up to the inside of your thigh, or grab a hold underneath, pull it up, and let that knee go back and down. Big quad stretch on this one. Big flex for your knees. Big stretch for your ankle. Keep breathing wherever you are in your tree pose. And then release it down. And then give it a little shake. All right, now, this is all going to flow together for our forest flow. So we're going to just do this little standing portion. So here's how this is going to go. Let's shift over to the left. And we're going to start with our tree. So whichever tree you liked the best, that's what you're going to start with. So start with your tree pose. And then come to that knee in front position. And if you can on this one, reach down and grab a hold of your foot with just one hand. And then it's going to go back. And then it's going to come back to the front. You can grab your knee or your foot. And then we're going to tuck it back in to tree pose. And don't worry if you didn't follow that. We're going to do it again. So shake it out. Get your balance on your right foot. Start with tree. And then bring your knee in front. You're either grabbing your knee or your foot. And then bring your leg back into that little mini standing bow. And then bring that leg back in front. And release it down, shake it out. We're going to add one little thing to this. One little thing. Shift over into your left foot and come into your tree. leg in front, grabbing your knee or your foot. Now right now I'm grabbing my foot from the outside, and if you're holding onto your knee, same thing. So if you're here, now here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna flip that grip to the inside. If you're on your knee, it'll look like this, and you're gonna open that leg out to the side, just as far as you feel comfortable. If you're grabbing your foot, you'll go from the outside of your foot to the inside of your foot. And then you're going to come back to front. And then you're going to take it back to bow. Bring it back to the front. Tuck it back into tree. And then set it down. Shake out that standing leg. It's the one doing all the work. Shift over to the right. And start with your tree pose. And then bring that leg to front, either grabbing your knee or grabbing your foot. And then shift your grip to the inside of your knee or your foot and open it out to the side, squeezing through your glutes. And then we're going to take it back into the front and then send that leg back into bow pose. Bring that leg back to the front position. And then tuck it back in to your tree. And then set it down. Have a seat. I'm going to get a little spine twist because your back and your core was working really hard. I don't really need to tell you that your back and your core was working really hard when you did that. So that is the standing portion of forest flow. You've done the floor with the low squat and going side to side through half lotus. That was the standing portion. Now the real trick that we'll learn maybe next time is how to get from the floor to the standing position. First though, let's get a spine twist. So let's cross right over left. Left leg can be out straight or curled around. Right arm comes back behind you, push the floor away, nice and tall through your chest. Start your twist, headlock that right knee with your left arm, or press your elbow to the outside of your knee. Get a nice twist. Let your head just swivel on top of your spine. Deep breaths right into the center of your body. And slowly unwind, uncross, and cross left over right. Right leg out straight or curls around. Just make sure you got both butt cheeks on the floor. Left arm comes back behind you, pushing the floor away. Chest tall. Get your twist going. And if you want to, you can put that elbow onto the outside of your knee. Ooh, yeah. Deep breaths wherever you end up in this one. Nice expansion through the center of your body. That's where you're getting your massage. slowly unwind. Ooh. Uncross, come back to your seated position where we started. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach your arms up, palms touch. Exhale, hands down to heart center. Thanks for joining me this morning. So that was the standing part of Forest Flow, and we're gonna flow the whole thing together at some point, step by step. And remember, even if you feel like you're getting 1% of the way into each one of these postures, as long as you are listening to your body and not your ego, you are getting 100% of the benefit of the posture, whether it's a stretch or a little strength or a little bit of both with a little balance on top. You're getting it done, I promise. If you have any comments, any questions, any requests, leave them in the comment section. I love to hear from you since I can't see you. And I'll be back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Thanks for coming, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Namaste. Woo. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Whether you're here with me live right now, I see you. Or if you're joining me later on in the day, I hope you're getting as much out of this as I am. I'm starting to realize this was probably the best thing I could have done for my mental health in this whole crazy situation. So I hope it's working some wonders for you too. Leave me notes in the comments and ask me questions and stuff like that, and I promise I'll get to them. See you tomorrow, everybody. Bye.